60% of American retirees are struggling financially. That's not a theory, it's the reality. And 1 in 5, they'll go bankrupt because of medical bills. We looked at that future and said no. We didn't retire in the U.S. We couldn't afford to. Instead, we built a new life abroad, one that gives us freedom, safety, affordable health care, and dignity in retirement. It took 10 years of research, scouting, spreadsheets, and soul searching before we got here. We started looking across the U.S. first, and then to Mexico, Costa Rica, Ecuador, and Panama. We even tried Ireland and Spain before finally landing here in Portugal. We didn't stumble into paradise. We made a plan, and we adjusted, more than once. And now we're living the life that we designed. In this video, we're giving you the full step-by-step guide we wish that we had. All the real talk, the real math, and the real mistakes. So you have to make them. If that sounds like what you've been searching for, hit the subscribe button. We've helped thousands of people figure this out, and we'd love to help you too. And yes, we do online in-person meetups. Chapter 1, the retirement crisis in numbers. Let's start with the numbers. Nearly 50 million Americans are retired today. Of those, over 30 million are financially vulnerable. Around 12% live below the poverty line. 20% have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. Most rely entirely on Social Security, which averages just over $1,800 per month. And when a health crisis hits, Medicare doesn't cover everything. 1 in 5 retirees will file for bankruptcy because of a medical expense. This isn't retirement people plan for. It's survival. Chapter 2, our breaking point. Back in the States, we were asking ourselves the same question over and over. What are we really doing this for? We weren't in crisis, we were just tired. The pace, the cost, the constant uphill grind. We weren't trying to run from something, we were trying to run towards something better. We wanted a slower pace, real community, time with our son, and the freedom to actually live the life we've been working towards. We ran the numbers over and over again. Could we stay in the U.S., cover housing, healthcare, food, and still have a life? The answer was always the same. Not unless we kept working well into our 70s. And that wasn't what we wanted. We didn't want to just get by. We wanted to live. So we started looking for another way, which got us to Chapter 3, the decision to move abroad. We didn't start in Portugal. We looked all over, U.S., Mexico, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Panama, and they were all great in different ways, but something always didn't fit. Healthcare, infrastructure, climate, the bugs. Ireland was a strong contender, felt like home in some ways. It wasn't meant to be though, because it was too expensive. But Spain looked promising, and that's how we accidentally found Portugal. Madeira wasn't on the original list, but once we looked into it, it just felt right. Safe, beautiful, affordable, small enough to breathe, but big enough to live. We didn't bet all on a brochure. We did a 5-week scouting trip. And just in case island life didn't work, we made sure we liked other areas of Portugal too. Chapter 4, How to Move Abroad, our step-by-step guide. Start with your why. Back in the States, we were asking ourselves the same question. What are we really doing this for? We weren't running from a crisis, we were just exhausted. We wanted a slower pace, real community, and time with our son, and the chance to live with intention. If you don't have your why, you'll get knocked off track by the first visa delay or a cold shower and a rental. Research without rose-colored glasses. In all the countries we researched, every place had positives, but it also had deal breakers. You know, big bugs, climate, safety, cost, bureaucracy. We took detailed notes, made comparison charts, and asked, can we see ourselves actually living here? Not vacationing, living. That's how we found Madeira. Understand the real cost of living. Forget what influencers say. $1,500 a month only works if you change how you live. We built detailed spreadsheets on everything: rent, utilities, food, self-service, healthcare, even cappuccinos. We budgeted separately in case I passed away because we were building real life, not just retirement fantasy. Now, visas take time. Plan ahead. Portugal's D7 visa worked for us, but it took nearly 6 months of paperwork, appointments, and prep. You have to show income, housing, insurance, background checks, and the list goes on. And usually, it all must be done from your home country. Don't just fly in. Every country has different visa options, but none of them are instant. Wolf came here on a family reunification visa. He was 21 then, and now he runs his own business here. Take a real scouting trip. We didn't just come for a weekend. We stayed for 5 weeks. We lived like locals, cooked our own food, bought groceries, walked the neighborhoods, tested the internet, talked to people, looked for everyday annoyances. It wasn't a vacation. It was an audition for our future. Healthcare was non-negotiable. Watching Leslie's parents lose everything to medical bills was a turning point. We weren't going to let that be our future. Portugal has excellent public health care, and we layered on private insurance as well. It provides good choice and speed. We had emergency operations, basic appointments, labs, checkups, and received no surprise bills. Not once. Now, give yourself some time because letting go of stuff is not a simple process. We had decades of stuff. I had a full garage and a tool collection. Leslie had gardening tools and Christmas decorations for 1 million people. It took us 2 years and 3 serious rounds of downsizing. We sold, donated, threw away, and let go of stuff. Remember, no one wants your stuff. It's just junk to them. Trust us. Start now. We encourage you to start building your own community before you land. We reached out ahead of time to people in Madeira. One local business owner became a close friend. When we landed, we built connections fast, asked questions, invited people to coffee, and said yes to every dinner invite. Now we host happy hours and run a community online and in person. Now, this one is important, and we still struggle with it today. Learn the language before you come. Not perfectly, not fluently, but enough to be respectful and independent. We use online apps, but they are not enough. Take your A1 and A2 classes before you come. They will make all the difference. Go slow. Trust the path. There's a reason we say we should have done this sooner, but it also took time to be ready. This is a big journey. Give yourself permission to go slow, get help, and stay curious. That's why we built our Moving Abroad program. It's the roadmap we wish that we had. You can get it at www.it'llbefunretirement.com. Chapter 5. What our life abroad looks like. Our monthly costs are lower than they ever were in the U.S. We live comfortably on Social Security and a small side income. We walk more, eat better, and stress less. Healthcare is excellent and affordable. We make friends, local and other expats. And we travel. And most of all, we feel free. Free from the pressure of a broken retirement system. Free from the anxiety of bills that we cannot pay. Free to live our lives. Number 6, don't wait too long. Time is definitely not your friend. It took 10 years of searching and 3.5 years of living to say it with full confidence. This life is possible, and you don't have to be a millionaire. It's not perfect, but it's peaceful. It's slower, it's saner, and it's ours. So many people wait until it's too late. They think about it for years, but never act. If you're already asking the question, that means it's time to explore the answer. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. We host monthly online meetups and answer questions, and share everything we've learned. Visit our website at it'llbefunretirement.com to learn more, get free resources, and connect with others who are building their dream retirement. Because retirement shouldn't be about survival, it should be about living. It'll be fun. See you in the next video.